Hello, my name is Nicholas Stella, and I will be speaking about AICE International History in this YouTube channel. And we will start off with lesson 1.1. Why was imperialism a significant force for late 19th century Europe? 1.1a is one of the beginning reasons, which was economic and political motives for imperial expansion. The next one is 1.1b, political motives for imperial expansion, imperialism as a social policy. 1.1c, the emergence of new imperialism. 1.1d, nature and purpose of the scramble for Africa. 1.1e, the impact of European imperialism on Africa. 1.1f, reasons for and the extent of domestic security for overseas expansion of Britain, France, and Germany. 1.1g, opposition to imperialism. Hey there, so let's dive into why imperialism was such a big deal for Europe in the late 19th century. This was a time when countries were racing to grab territories in Africa and Asia. And there were some pretty strong reasons behind the push. The need for resources was one of the biggest reasons for this push. The Industrial Revolution was in full swing, which meant European factories needed tons of raw materials, things like cotton for textiles and rubber for all sorts of products. Countries like Britain were on the lookout for a place where they could get these materials cheaply. Africa had loads of these resources, which made it an attractive option. New markets. With all this production happening, European nations needed places to sell their goods. John Hobson, a British economist, pointed out that as production outpaced demand back home, countries had to look overseas to find buyers. This was especially true during the Long Depression, which lasted from 1873 to 1896, when economies were struggling all over the world. Investment opportunities. Wealthy businessmen wanted to invest their profits somewhere safe and profitable. Colonial territories offered a great opportunity for investments in infrastructure like railway and telegraphs, which would help move goods efficiently. The political motives for imperial expansion were many, but some are national pride. Nationalism was on the rise during this time. Countries wanted to show off their power and prestige through their empires. Next one was competition among nations. As more countries joined the race for colonies, like Germany, entering the scramble later than others, there was a sense of urgency to not fall behind their rivals. The third one was strategic control. The opening of the Suez Canal in 1869 made trade routes shorter and safer, but it also created competition among European powers to control this crucial passageway. The social justifications. Many Europeans believed they had a moral duty to civilize other parts of the world. They thought they were helping by spreading Western culture and values. Figures like David Livingstone argued that bringing commerce and Christianity to Africa was part of their responsibility. In conclusion, in summary, late 19th century imperialism was driven by a mix of economic needs like raw materials and new competition among European nations. While some claim they were helping others, the reality often involved significant exploitation and disregard for local cultures and societies. The period saw dramatic changes in how empires operated compared to earlier times. Not all opinions were supportive. The impact of these imperialistic policies had led to long-lasting consequences which can still be felt today.